All right, all right. It looks like we are live again. Still waiting on my refresh to see if it's live for you guys. It says it's live on my side. But welcome back, everybody. It's good to be back. Had a good holiday season. Hope you did as well. So, you haven't streamed in a little bit. It's time to get back at these charts. If you're a new viewer, welcome to the Tom Crown channel, world champion of technical analysis. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I love it. Where you tune in for the cutting edge of TA, following your favorite coins in the market every day. So let's jump into the content, right? Right on. We're going to do an old-fashioned episode. Used to do this on the regular. It's been a little bit, so let's get to it. We're going to construct a chart from scratch. We're going to do that starting at the 3-month. You know what? No, the yearly close is coming up. Let's start with the yearly. Opening at 28.9, 2021 has been a probably disappointing year for some, an exciting year for others. Traded up to 69,000, well, up to 65,000, down to 28,000, just below the yearly open, before rallying back up to 69,000. Now we've dropped back to 51. We'll throw the yearly high on there, just because 69 is such a nice number. So let's zoom it into the 3-month, and we get a little better picture. Our solid historical supports still sitting below us. Our quarterly, ooh, getting bad. I'm rusty, guys. Bear with me. Quarterly resistance sitting at 58.8 as it has been, as it was. We traded above it. Traded above it this month. Now we're back below. So we're going to identify two resistances here. 69,000, 58.8 from the quarterly. Our quarterly time frame, not enough candles here on Coinbase to really use these, but something to pay attention to. I would like this year to close above 58.8. That would be ideal. And with 4 days to go, anything's possible. Right on, we got 95 watching on YouTube. Welcome back, guys. I know, I missed you. Why I came live, even though it's not that spicy. Don't forget to smash that like button, please, guys. Really important, getting that momentum back on these live streams. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Jump in the Discord, links pinned to the top of the chat. Check out Patreon for January 1st. That's all the shilling for right now. On the monthly, so things are a little sketchy here into the yearly close. Now, closing at 51.2, say Bitcoin doesn't move at all into the yearly close, the least likely scenario in my opinion. This still wouldn't be a terrible close. It might feel bad, but it's really not too bad. Really would have to dunk way lower, maybe closing down near 40, obviously below the yearly open, etc. Those would be concerning to me, but I don't think that's in the cards. I think the probability is rather low on that. Our moving averages. It's that kind of day. So the monthly, I'm not a huge fan of yet. I think this is part of why I'm thinking end of year we're going to see some kind of spice into this close. The yearly condition is just not. It's not where I'd expect it to be. Now, I'm not always right, guys. I do my best for you. But something tells me that we're yet to see something 2021 has to offer. And if we don't, man, I can't imagine a 2022 doesn't start off to some extreme volatility. RSI is really what is not building my confidence. It's not showing us what we want to see yet. But there's still time. We have not eclipsed. We have not set a higher RSI high versus early March or March on the monthly. And so that's bearish divergence. We don't want bearish divergence on the monthly. It's not a good thing. Not a good thing. This red candle on the monthly is pulling us to a lower local low versus September. However, it has not put in a lower low in price. And so we can also say we have bullish divergence on our lows. We have bearish divergence on our highs. What does that mean? Well, unfortunately, it's not the answer you wanted. It's a mixed signal. Just a mixed signal. Let's zoom her into the weekly. I guess we could also apply right here a monthly support, and we see the 20 monthly moving average creeping up to it, and that's at 35,000. If that weird outlier price action comes in the next 4 days, that's where I'd be looking for support. I wouldn't hold my breath for it. I'm not betting on it. Into the weekly, we have a prettier picture. This is where things start getting spicy. Got too many moving averages. I'm rusty, guys. You gotta bear with me today. There we go. Our bullish kissing is still intact. This is what I like on the weekly. Bullish kissing still intact. The 20 has rejected the 50 back in, I think that was September. We've traded back below the 50 weekly moving average. We found buyers. 2 weeks ago, we closed below. Last week, actually yesterday, we closed a bullish engulfing on the weekly, off the 50 moving average. This is pretty interesting. This is a good sign for our market in general. As we can see back here in July, we did the same move. Closed a weekly below the 50, bullish engulfed out of it, and we continued to rally up to a new all-time high. We can see a similar, but not off the 50, off the 20, bullish engulfing on the weekly, and again, right here. So this is actually more similar to July than it is September, though I'm getting lots of September vibes. Lots of September vibes, man. Everyone got bearish there. Everyone kind of got complacent. Oh, the end of the year isn't going to have anything for us. Something tells me everyone's going to be wrong. From those weekly closes, we have 50,000 finally as a major pivot, a major support level. We can see that from our selling off candle, closing below 50, bullish engulfed. We can expect to find some kind of support there in this week. If we trade down to that level, 50,000, pretty decent bet. Above us, unseen on the charts, doesn't really line up with anything else we have. You know, we can look at August's high on the weekly. That'll give us 51.8. That's a good resistance. It's a good number. We can see price interacting with it here. But what is more important to me, you guys, if you've been watching for a long time, you probably remember me saying the same thing back here. Right back there. We fell. We lost the 20 weekly, and now we're looking for a back test of it. At the time, that was at 48K, and we just kept repeating, wait for 48K, wait for 48K. That's basically the scenario we're in now. But that 48K has moved up to 53.3K. This is the area where things can get dangerous. If you look back at the Bitcoin chart history, go to the BLX ticker. There's a lot more history. You will see on the weekly, if you put the 20 weekly moving average, every bear market has started the same way. They all looked a little different, but they all started with rallying, rocketing, price discovery to the upside, losing the 20 weekly moving average, and then back testing and rejecting. That's why I was so concerned earlier this year. Not that we were trading at 30K, not that we were trading at 29K. That didn't matter. What mattered to me is what happens when we get back to 48. I said the probability of us seeing any significant lower lows was small before a back test of 48K. Turned out to be true. Nice. Turned out to be true, but that's the scenario we're in again. We're here. Luckily, we have our bullish engulfing. This is the third iteration in the same kind of price area of that bullish engulfing on the weekly. That's building confidence for me. However, 53.3. This is where we have to be watching. A rejection from 53.3 could be ugly. Now, I don't get the same feelings as back here. We were very far away from the 20 and 50 were very spread out. So we had a lot of room to move. In this scenario today, the 20 and the 50 are very close together. So this is a little different dynamic, but I think what is important is twofold. One, the 20 weekly is higher than it was previously, despite price barely setting a higher high in December, November, whatever. And our 50 weekly is unfazed, continues to trend up. So we have both of these significant moving averages. They're both pointing up. They're close together, and that can spell danger. But I'm not seeing it. I have a feeling 53-ish. Lines up okay, 2618 down here with the open. But I have a feeling that this is where we're going to see fear. We're going to see price move up, in my opinion, into the end of this year. And I think we're going to see a lot of fear here. I can already hear the whispers of the new traders yelling head and shoulders, as we don't maybe not even reject, but just see some selling. There's going to be some profit taking at the 20. I can already hear their calls saying, oh no, we're doomed. We're going to see this all the way up. I do not believe the bull run is over. In fact, I believe Time-wise, we've seen the majority of the bull run, but price action-wise, delta, change, growth, I don't think we've even scratched the surface yet. That might be hard to believe. That's my honest opinion. So our important values really is going to just be sitting at 53.3 for right now. 50,000 below us is that weekly support, and things are looking okay. If you watched the video that we released a few days ago, maybe it was too many days ago, we were looking at RSI on the weekly and daily, and we said, hey, we got bullish divergence. Provided this low holds, we have bullish divergence. I'm going to make this yellow for you, and TradingView decided to add this RSI-based moving average to the indicator. I don't hate it, but for the sake of showing you guys stuff, it's just one more thing to get in the way, and so I'm going to remove it. We have a low in September, a lower low in RSI here in December. However, price did not mirror RSI. Price set higher lows, while our indicators are being pulled back, pulled down, lower. That is bullish divergence. No other way to cut it. No other way to cut it. Again, RSI bullish divergence. The weekly, this is normally bullish divergence just isn't enough. You have to see too much of a rally. Like, we have to see 53.3 break and kind of close above it to be like, yeah, it's confirmed, rock and roll. So what we want to do is find other clues, right? Other indications. On the weekly, Market Cipher, my link's in the video description below. If you like this indicator, I use it. We see this yellow here is a VWAP. Our VWAP has crested or peaked. It looks like November 29th and is now rolling over. By itself, that's typically a decent enough sign, especially on a high time frame. On a small time frame, yeah, you're just seeing a lot of noise. But on the weekly, to see VWAP rolling over implies there is buying pressure in the future. I'm going to go ahead and take the stance that you guys probably aren't expecting here, and I'm going to point out some stuff I don't love about the weekly. Let's see, July and October, we have our money flow here in green. We had a lower high, a lower low, and a lower high, and now we have broken those lows. That is not ideal. Typically, we would look for money flow to roll over on the week. I couldn't argue against that. However, the VWAP is disagreeing, and that is really my glimmer of hope here on that. VWAP, I do tend to think pushes this money flow indicator around a lot more than vice versa. But then to be fair to the bulls here, if we zoom out and look at this in a bigger picture, what we have is a impulse wave, a buying wave of positive money flow. It rejected here. It did not cross into negative territory. Money did not leave the market on the weekly time frame. And before it did, we saw a higher high. So we have our high back in March 2020, and then a higher high here in 2021. So we do have, on a macro scale, zoomed out, positive or bullish money flow. But what's going on here is uncomfortable, and that's likely why many of you out there are feeling uncomfortable with the market right now. Lower lows, lower highs, that's not what we want on a weekly money flow. If we didn't have the VWAP just ready to roll over and momentum, these blue bands here, these are just basically like EMAs. They're momentum, and we're seeing the momentum is even agreeing with VWAP. I don't think that the momentum bands are quite as important to analysis as VWAP, but they're both agreeing. They're both saying this might not mean we're going to a million jillion tomorrow, but it's saying the market has been pushed down, and that pushing or pulling back of the bowstring is building up power, and it's ready to release at some point. So worst case scenario, we could see money flow roll back up. We get another 1, 2, 3 drivers, and that looks ugly. That's probably the end of the run. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to see VWAP roll over with momentum, and I think money flow is going to look to make a higher high, either in this year, but I think this year's probably running out of time, a higher high in 2022 versus 2021. There we go. Ichimoku Cloud. So there's some other wonderful things about our close yesterday. Our previous weekly close, December 13th, closed us below the Kaijun. You guys know I love the Ichimoku Cloud. Love the Ichimoku Cloud indicator. It's a great indicator. I highly recommend you check it out if you haven't. We have essentially three things here. We have a green line, we have a purple line, and we have a cloud. The cloud is obvious. It's the puffy thing. The green line is the TK. The purple line is the KJ. The green line and the purple line are similar to moving averages, but they're calculated differently. Instead of an average of price, they're looking at the median price between swing highs and swing lows in a certain amount of periods back. The purple is looking farther back than the green. So if you think about it as moving averages, we can say the purple is kind of like the 200 weekly and the green maybe is the 20 or 50 weekly. The purple is going to be looking a lot farther back than the green. It's going to respond slower, but it's also going to be more important to hold. It's going to be more important to hold. We did get an extremely bullish weekly signal here. We have not breached the clouds again since then, and so I'm still leaning towards that extremely bullish cross up on the weekly Ichi. But our Kaijun, the purple line, or gosh darn, the TK, our green line here, gives us a kind of invisible value, 55.7. We don't really see candle closes on the weekly here at all. Maybe on the daily we'll see something there, but it's implying that there is likely to be sellers there as well. If the bulls can retake 55.7, things are going to be looking very good all of a sudden. I think what I can extrapolate from this is we got a big old block of resistance above us. That's the only way to put it. There it is. 53.3 to 55.7. Big old block of resistance. We've done it before. We've seen it before. I'm not worried. I'm going to be much more comfortable once that's retaken. All in good time. All in due time. Our golden pocket lines up much better. We're going to see this on the daily, so let's zoom it in. Ooh. In the last few days, we've retaken our daily KJ and TK. That's excellent. We're going to turn Ichimoku Cloud off for now. We're going to take a look at this daily. Let's throw the 100. That's what I wanted to see. Here we go. Right here. We saw it on the weekly with the 20 and 50. On the daily, we have it with the 20 and 200. I think this was actually in the episode the other day as well. A bullish kissing. As long as price remains above the 20 weekly moving or daily moving average at 48,700, it's all hunky dory. Signal's still on. We're going to be looking for upside. Probability is going to lean towards upside. If we trade and close below the 20 daily, all of a sudden we're in threat. We could test the 200, possibly even wick below it briefly. However, trading below and closing is going to likely invalidate that bullish kissing, and that's not what we want. That would be negative. That would be not so hot. We want to see this play out. We could find support there. Something like that. Doesn't really matter. Above us, the 50 and 100 are death crossing or bearishly crossing. That happens to be right in our zone of resistance. Surprise. The charts always work this way. They've crossed bearishly at just below 55,000. A test to that level really would line up kind of like with everything else we're seeing here. We have this block of resistance. We have a death cross. That's actually a really interesting setup. Sorry, let me backtrack. This is a really interesting setup. We have our bullish kissing here. Great bullish sign. And we have a death cross above us, and price is right in between. That does not happen that often. I'm not really sure what to make of that because it is not super common, but what I think I can say with pretty good confidence is as long as price is ranging in this blue box, it really hasn't moved anywhere. It hasn't broken through its resistance above it. It hasn't lost support below it. It can trade sideways in this blue box for as long as it wants, and it really makes very little difference to the bigger picture. Make that less visible. D, there we go. Crap. Man, you walk away from the charts for a day, and all of a sudden they change all the crap on you. What's up with that? I don't want MACD signal line. I don't want crosses. There we go. All right. All right. As we said on the weekly, The same is true here on the daily. We have a higher low, of course we do. And we have a lower low on RSI. So bullish divergence is showing not just on the weekly, but also on the daily. That's an excellent sign. I'll take as many of those as I can get. MACD on the daily, this is an interesting picture. So we've had many consecutive days of buying momentum increasing. It looks to me about 10. Today we see a dark blue candle suggesting that buying momentum may be slowing down. However, this might line up with what we were saying earlier. We have 2 hours left in today's daily. A rally to close above what, 51.8 is likely to flip this candle back to light blue, meaning momentum is continuing on its smooth trend here. I think that's the most probable outcome, to be honest. If we don't, we close a waning momentum candle. That's not really a death kiss in of itself, but it's not a great sign. This will be our first sign of caution, though. If we do not see a rally into the end of today, we close like this. This will be when we start paying attention. That makes sense. Because we'll have the first waning momentum daily candle. Hopefully it does. What's up, everybody? We got 312 watching. Not bad. I mean, we haven't been live in like 2 weeks, so hey. I mean, for our channel, small numbers, but it's great to have everybody here. Love y'all. We have 130 likes. Could we get that to 420? Can we get the 420? Please. Please smash those likes and subscribe buttons. Help this stream. Help everybody know that we're back, baby. The kings of TA, that's all of you, and queens, are back. There's a bunch of resistance here, isn't there? A golden pocket from our swing high to swing low, really close to our zone of resistance. I am hesitant to do this because I feel like that range is just getting too big. And at that point, why not just make it to 58.8? I might as well. That's just too big of a range. 53.3 to 58.8. That's 10%. I'm going to keep it this way. This way. We are looking for our golden pocket retrace, as we always are. That lines up pretty well with 58.8. I could definitely see price action moving something like this. Consolidate, boop, up to that cross, pull back, maybe to the 53.3, move up to 58.8, and then we get a question mark. What happens next? I don't know. Once we close above 58.8 again, it will be anyone's guess. Either the bulls have enough strength, we blast through 69,000, I would say we move into the 6-figure range. Or we don't make it past 58.8, we get rejected, we see what our 42,000 low here break, our 40,000 low here break, and I think kind of worst case scenario into 2022 is we see this. That would likely be the worst case scenario. Maybe 35, it is possible even to have slightly lower low. It's not very characteristic of Bitcoin unless it was a very fast wick. Very fast wick. I'm not expecting any significant downside that isn't a wick. Very brief. The more brief, actually, probably the better. If our fib tool up here sitting at 112,000, that would be my logical target if and when we break 60,000. But we're not there yet. There. We'll get there. We're not there. We have our beautiful pattern. Our lows are ascending. Our resistance is relatively flat topped at about 58.8. And that's our favorite pattern for a break to the upside. So fingers crossed there. That's honestly all we can do. We're going to get into the lower time frames. So let's rock and roll. After I get through Bitcoin, we'll take a look at what you guys want to look at. If you have any requests or whatnot, I apologize for not reading the chat. You guys are all the best. I love you. I promise I'm not ignoring you. Pop out the chat. That should help me. That'll help me pay a little more attention here. And just quick shout outs. What's up, Beardy Day? Chemo and Crypto. Official Yo-Yo. What's up, man? First, last. Robert Boner. How you doing, brother? It's good to see everybody. I missed you all. That's why I'm live. I don't have anything new to say. Honestly, if you're just joining and you're like, what is this guy talking about? Why is he talking about this? Doesn't seem to be saying much. I'm just getting the link. If that's how you feel, that's fine. don't care. But if that's how you feel, the reason there's not too much to talk about is, I'm going to put the link in the chat. There you are. I released a video a few days ago, and so far it's exactly what's in that video. So if you don't want to watch a live stream, you don't want to see kind of me go through the charts, try to find some edges live with you, just check out that video instead. That'll give you the briefer, more condensed version of what we're looking at. You know, I didn't look at this on the daily. So market cipher on the daily, man. Money flow is red. I don't love this VWAP. It's going to take a significant fake out here to pull this up. I do like this V-shaped top on our negative money flow. That is indicative of reversal commonly, but our VWAP is in the opposite direction. On the weekly, we were seeing the opposite of this literally. We had the VWAP rolling over with money flow kind of looking weak, and here we have money flow in the red with our VWAP looking to roll over. So that could even line up really well with our, okay, we move up to that zone of resistance, we reject, we see likely a higher low, and then move up to 58.8. The daily has a little rolling over, but the weekly is saying, no, we're still probably looking for that liquidity up at 58.8. Boom. Boom. So to the 12, that's what caught my attention.
Would love your tar on COVAL long-term, short-term thoughts.
I did say boner.
Love the channel.
My bad. How do you say it? You'll have to tell me how to say it. Good to see you, my friends. Good to see you. The 12 hour is what caught my eye here. 12 hour looking so much better than the daily. This is very nice. We have... Nice. We have a higher low here on our macro swings. That is excellent. We have a higher high on money flow on the 12. 12 hours pointing pretty in one direction. This money flow is looking to roll over. Momentum agrees right here. RSI and Stotch RSI actually agree as well. Money flow agrees and VWAP. 12 hour actually looks very bullish, especially coming off that bullish engulfing candle. Really all it needs is to close a little higher. That's kind of what we're looking for here in this episode today anyway. What's up, Mr. Williams? Bo Williams. I actually put out a video on COVAL. We'll look at it then. I'm gonna get through Bitcoin. I wonder how that stood up, how that stood the test of time. Released that video a while ago, before it was like the day that Coinbase listed it, and I had no idea Coinbase was gonna list it. I think I published it before that news came out. The charts always know. Charts always know. All right, on the 12. All right, things are looking good on the 12. All right, on the day. Got that same death cross above you. Womp womp. Peeking out on the clouds here. Okay. On the 12, just ever so slightly peeking out, getting sold back. I guess that looks like that's where that selling pressure is coming from. We did have a cross up on December 23rd. However, this is below the clouds. A cross up below the clouds is not a very strong signal. A cross down below the clouds, like we saw December 3rd, is a very bearish signal. Especially after getting that cross up right before. So while this itself is not super bullish, it is weekly bullish. What I do find bullish about this structure is that on the 17th we got a cross down below the cloud, but the bears were unable to move price lower. To me, that shows some kind of exhaustion. The 12 hour looking good on our indicators, and we see the Ichimoku cloud here is acting as resistance, and it's looking to twist. A twist on the cloud often indicates a change in the winds. Spooky. Just gonna make this not visible when I get zoomed in. Yeah. Two hours. You can do it, Bitcoin. You can do it. Let's go. 6 hours beautiful as well. Feeling good. Feeling good about this. We're seeing our positive money flow impulses setting higher highs, and our negative, or money flowing out, setting higher lows. And so the 6 hour looking similar to the 12 with a pretty clearly defined slant to the upside. Our MACD on the 6. Wow. Spicy's actually. It's pretty spicy. We have some kind of divergence here. Whether we want to take it from the 20th or the 19th doesn't really matter. We have a lower low on MACD, a higher low in price, bullish divergence. It's appearing on like every time frame now. It's getting spooky. What about RSI though? RSI on the 6. Same as the daily essentially. It's like you have bearish divergence on your highs and you have bullish divergence on your lows. So what's going to win? Follow the trend. Whatever you believe in your heart the trend is. That's what I would suggest. Six hours looking great. I like this. The Kaijun has come up to
Tom,
meet.
can you please look at NTVRK if you get a chance? Legend, thumbs up.
I love you all. Waiting for you, Matthew D. It's gonna go. It's gonna rang. I'm gonna start talking and then it's gonna play, so we'll just get it over with. 6 hour, Kaijun, purple line. We were talking about it earlier on the daily. I like where it's moved up to here.
What's up, Tom? Merry Christmas, man. Would like to see what you got for Alice, USDT on Binance.
Take a look at Alice, man. Take a look. So let's see. The Q is COVAL, NTVRK, and then Alice. I got you, bros. What's up, Gregzilla? And Ecombs. Where have you been, Ecombs? I missed you, darling. Mr. Rico's here. Crypto Greg Gallarolin. Is it? What's up, JW? Ethereum. Dueth. No surprise. Kevin Johnson, I'm not trading until after the 1st. I don't blame you, man. I'm not trading this. These are not new prices. I trade new prices. I don't trade old prices. I don't keep trading the same prices over and over again. I know that's popular. People like to do that. It's not my style. Doesn't mean it can't be successful. Looks like Gala is up 6% over the last 24 hours. Not a good eye. Didn't catch that. What's up, back upper Bitcoin exactly? DJ Satoshi 18. That's some great advice, bro. The best trade you can make is set up a DCA. I agree. There's only one way, in my opinion, to start into crypto. So pay attention if this is your first day, first week, first month in crypto. The best and time-tested way to enter is DCA, dollar cost average, dedicated cost average, whatever you want to call it. Do it into Bitcoin. Don't do it into some random coin your best friend told you about that's going to go to $1 bajillion. No, you can do that later. Build up your portfolio first. DCA, small, calculated buys over time with a goal of being able to do it indefinitely until you're in profit. Highly successful, at least in the 11, 12 years now of Bitcoin's history. All right, I'm going to wrap her up. I'm going to do 4 here really, really fast. Let's see if there's any. This is my bullish divergence, bearish divergence, woot, great. 6 hour rolling over with the 4 hour showing a little weakness at resistance. Four hour looks ugly, and you guys know I always like when the 4 hour looks ugly. I don't trust it. Everything is equal. I don't judge things, but I judge the 4 hour. I don't trust it. Let's look at the 1 hour looks set up. Looks set up. Money flow is trending back up. VWAP's curling back. 90 minute not reflecting the same. 90 minute looking a little more bearish. 18 minutes to go, it seems. I don't like that. It's arguably a swing rejection. Arguably. It did get overbought, but not really by a lot. Not ideal. Zoom it in. Zoomed into the 5:15. Then yes, we will get to everything. I don't love this. This is like why I almost considered not really going live, because I think price action into this close today is not going to be super exciting. But we had a pretty clearly defined trend. We broke it, back tested it. Now it does look like we've rejected, but we haven't seen a lower low. On a break of what, an hour ago's low at 50,900. Things can get a little sketchier. That might be a rejection from this trend line, likely back to 50,089. I'm not convinced though. Something about this, it's just not getting pulled down. Price just isn't being pulled down. You can see this curling, coiling price action here as these oscillations between positive and negative money flow are getting smaller and tighter. We do have momentum highs coming up, and we do have momentum lows coming down at the moment. A significant sell-off could change that. But at the moment, 5 minute still looking pretty decent, or 15 minutes still looking pretty decent. I need to stop saying the wrong time frame. MACD agrees. A nice deep swing here on selling momentum. It's waning off, but price really didn't notice. Bullish divergence, baby. Okay. 5 minute is ugly. 5 minute is ugly. So real short term, maybe we are looking for that downside. It will take on the 5 a pretty spicy move here. Not loving it. So probably while we're streaming, probably gonna be looking for a little bit more downside. Something about it not happening yet is what's... Yeah, screw you. I can only have 400 alerts. What kind of number is that? Let's get rid of this Storage J. Nobody watches Storage J. Okay. I'm going to set an alert at 50,905, so I know to go back to it if that alert goes off while we're live. So a quick recap of that like forever long TA I just did. Weekly looking solid. Daily a little mixed. Daily does look like it wants to show a little weakness before finding strength and matching up, mirroring, synchronizing with the weekly. Our 12, 6, 4, even down to the hour are all looking pretty strong. But when we zoom into these 5 minute, 15 minute, things are a little sketchier. The 5 minute is not showing that strength we want to see. It won't take a lot to change that. We just want to bounce back above this trend line here. Just very local analysis. And that would be 51,300. It's currently trading at 51,200. So I think that's 0.2%. It's very doable. Very doable. Not a huge ask here into the daily close. All right. So let me pull everything up and we're going to get to your guys' requests. Sorry. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for sticking with me. That's what I was going to say. You're going to delete your storage J alerts too? Good. We'll all do it and then it will moon. That's what'll happen. It does seem to work that way. Once we all stop paying attention, that's when it'll move. I don't want to... I hate shilling it. I hate it. Actually, we have 250 likes. That's pretty dang good for 300 viewing. But if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please smash those buttons. Each time they're hit while we're live, YouTube shows this to more new people. And then more people can join our fam. And we have more friends. And that's just win-win-win for everybody. Jump in the Discord after this live stream. As always, we'll do an airdrop. So if you're in there, all you have to do is verify by clicking the emoji in the only room really you can see when you enter. You'll get a piece of that airdrop. So jump in there. There's also educational content, 24/7 live chat and stream. It's free, but really it's the best way to keep up with our live streams. You guys are in. Now for Mr. Vo Williams, I don't know if you're still here, brother, but let's see. Did I get clowned? Did I get clowned? On my COVAL. On my COVAL. I get clowned. Why are there no drawings here? There's no doodles. There we go. So this was, again, we posted this, or we made this video before the Coinbase listing. What I was looking for was a rally to 34 cents. We haven't gotten there yet. 34.4, let's say, cents. I was looking for an opportune entry at 5.2 cents. Now, price has not gone back there, but we can see that price has consolidated. It may have broken to a new high since we streamed, but hardly noticeable. Did reject from there. And at the moment, we are seeing some ascending lows. As long as that pattern holds up, we can see all kinds of consolidation before a break to the upside. Since we do have a high and low swing, and that's validated here as we've swung back up, we can use our Fibonacci extension tool again. Hopefully better than I'm using it at home. And we can get a more local price target. I'm not enamored by this because it doesn't line up with anything we have here. That's okay, it happens. Our 1618 extension, though, is at a rather particular number, and that's 50 cents. So a break of 34.4 cents, I'd be looking for 50 easy. I still think the play is to wait, though. Yeah, this entry may never come. It may never come. Like I said, we might see these ascending lows. It could just break up. However, buying right here, you're really buying in the middle of a price range. This is not the opportune entry. The opportune entry would be on the pullback to the previous all-time high, rejected again as resistance in November before blasting through it. This would be the logical price action. This is what we would want to see. Let's see if our indicators have anything for us. You're above the 20 and above the 100 on the daily. This is not looking terrible. 100 and the 200, all slanting up, all curling up. COVAL looks decent. No real other way to say it. MACD leaves a little to be wanted. Definitely looking for a little bit stronger close into today's candle, but it's not the end of the world either way. Let's look at the weekly, because this daily we have selling momentum waning off, but it's hasn't really moved yet. And so I want to see a more zoomed out picture of this. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Weekly here. This is why we zoom out. The weekly is saying we don't have any signs of stopping yet. Not at the current moment. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 increasing momentum candles. Buying momentum is increasing according to the weekly. We do have bearish divergence. It just seems like this is always true in crypto for some reason on your big highs. Doesn't always play out this way. This is why we always say consult with the trend. But we have a new all-time high. But we do not have a new all-time high on RSI. Womp. That is bearish divergence. However, is it? It's very close. However, if we see maybe that back test of 5 cents, if we get that entry, we could see something like that play out where we no longer have bearish divergence. That's yet to be seen. Got local resistance from your weekly at 15 cents. That's going to be the number to close. It's new. Number to close on this week. Let's go a little deep. Oiled up. 12-hour not quite as pretty as Bitcoin, unfortunately. Really riding that 50 RSI line here. That's not what you want to see. It's not bearish, really, nor bullish. But you don't want to see it because it's not indicating a direction. It's just coiling. So what that might mean is we see prolonged consolidation, and that wouldn't be mind-blowing after a 250% daily candle followed by, God knows, how much did this even go up? 1,200%. After a 1,200% move, a little consolidation, that's to be expected. Wouldn't be the end of the world. I would like, I'm just going to place it. Boom. There it is. Placed. Locked, loaded. Let's go. Yeah, this plays out. 8.4. I'll take a 6. Take a 6 to 1. There we go. See how that plays. Thank you, Mr. Vo. I don't even know if you're still here, but I appreciate you, man. Thanks for supporting the stream. It's great to have you back. Now we're going to look at, for Stu JK, NTVR. Is that a thing I've never heard of? We're so close to 50,000 subs, I know. See if I can find it, brother. I can. So close to 50. I was really hoping we'd break 50K on the channel before the end of the year. We're at 48,300. Can we get 1,700 subscribers in the next 4 days? We've gotten that many in 4 days. It's going to have to get real spicy for that to happen, though. The sigh. But you know what? 2022, it'll happen. I guarantee it. That's subscriber advice. Guarantee 2022. We'll see 50K subscribers. Huh. Trying to find the longer history for this. It's the exact same. Okay. Cool. So there isn't a ton of history that's just started trading in October of this year. I have a lot to work with. And open at $1.20. I guess I could take it. I use it this way though. Morning.
Thanks, man. You rock. Needed some solid tar on that. You're the only one on the net, haha. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year's to all you guys. I love y'all. People are probably tuning in for the first time. And they're like, what's with this channel? This guy's weird. Keeps saying he loves everybody. Yeah, I miss streaming. Been doing the holiday thing. So on the monthly here for NTVRK, like I said, we're not going to be able to do a ton with it because we don't have a lot of data. What we can definitively say is that in 4 days and 2 hours, we want NTVRK for a bull on this coin. NTVRK. We want it to close above $4. Why? Because we are currently bearish engulfed on the monthly. That is not a good setup for upside price action. But we're sitting at $3.90. That is a 3% move. Can we do 3% in 4 days? Absolutely. We could do it to the upside or downside. That wouldn't be much of a task. In fact, I think I found the price that I like. There it is. Boom. NTV did not close the bullish engulf on the weekly that last week. That's odd. Pretty much the rest of the market did. So basically, you have really just two forces going on here. You have your monthly level that the bulls are going to have to take in the next few days here to avoid that bearish engulfing scenario. Then you have psychological resistance, but also literally weekly resistance, and it's close enough to our golden pocket retrace that I'm just going to go ahead and say it. $5. This is going to be the boss battle, in my opinion. If NTVRK, man, this is too many letters. We can retake $4 in the next few days, but really, if it can close a daily above $5, I'm going to be feeling a lot better about this. At the moment, I'm not in love with it. You don't have a lot of history, so it's hard. Here's how I view this chart in a 2-cent take. You had an initial period of consolidation where you built support, and that's just below $2.30. You rallied up. You consolidated here at that $5. So you have another area of consolidation. This is pretty dismissible, in my opinion. All of this price action up here, it really didn't range there very long. Kind of was just a fall, maybe a stop hunt. Here's what I don't love, is until this can get back above $4, here's where you are. This is what you're doing again. So you're consolidating below resistance. Not ideal. Not the ideal take. If it can break above 5, then it's going to be looking rather solid. See what this would suggest. $14. I'll take that. That might even look actually really good. Something like that. Consolidation zone. I could see that. But we have a lot of hurdles to get over first. I don't like that we're consolidating below resistance. I'm going to have to disable some other storage J alert probably here. Let me see. Which one don't I? Here we go. I can get rid of this one. I'm going to set an alert, though. Set an alert at $3.38. I'm going to be watching this chart if it can retake the high of, last week? Close above $5. I think this is looking rather strong, but that is a big if. It's a big if. It's a big ask. Big if. I do like that. I mean, the bare minimum positive note here is like you did do a golden pocket retrace back to the downside. So a bounce from here can be very strong and can be very healthy. If you lose that level, you're looking at $2.34 as support. That's probably not what you guys want. Just want. There we go. There's the full picture. On a break of $7.62. Looking for a 2x. That actually is pretty normal. Break the all-time high. You're looking for 14. NTVRK. I can't believe I was able to say that much about it. Bitcoin hasn't moved, so let's move on to Matthew. Or other Matthew height thing. Look at the Alice. Alice. Whoa. I think we can do that for our brother. I know I have an Alice chart. Get out of here. TradingView is lying to me. I have too many alerts set. Now it's like, it's going to delete my charts because I have too many alerts set. That's not a real thing, but who knows? Maybe it is. All right, Alice, I know we have a little more to work with. This is like a Binance coin. I think you can get them from the vault. Or I think I got some from whatever that was, the vault, a while ago. Monthly is pretty clear cut. Pretty clear cut. You don't have many levels. This is traded roughly at the same price for the majority of its existence, it seems. You do have support below at 11.76, and unfortunately on the monthly below that, about $4. Resistance does sit rather heavily above us at 1765 and 2025. Good number though. All-time high at 60. Wow, this trade is $60. I didn't even know how many of these I have. If it can break 60, I mean, your upside targets get silly, but we aren't even really even in the realm of talking about that quite yet. I have to zoom in and see if we have any edge. Weekly support is really being respected. Interesting. Overall, I like the formation of Alice. We have a flat top. We have our lows ascending. As long as that remains true, I mean, we're in a nice bull flag. And we're going to look to retest that $60 mark. If we break that, we can maybe look for some moon targets, but that's too far away at the moment. So let's get back to reality. Do you dig that flat top though? We have seen these break to the upside. I can't even name how many times this year. Infinite times it seems, like every time. Keep that structure, things are looking good. VWAP on the weekly is rolling over with Bitcoin, excellent. MACD's not showing us waning selling momentum quite yet, and RSI lows and highs are just consolidating. So this may have some time left. This may consolidate out and may move sideways, which is okay. What we don't want to see really is a trade below $11.76. Now at the moment, it seems pretty respectful of that level.
HNT please. Respect from TSO.
Doesn't matter. There it is. I was like, wait a minute. Is that the man himself? How you doing, dude? Hope you had a great Christmas holiday, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. I know I did. Momentum on the daily looking good. Market cipher on the daily.
Sorry for the lack of data, good. Tom. Appreciate your help. Thumbs up.
Of course, my friend. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Digging Alice. I'm not sure if it's done consolidating. The trade's below like $8.73. This starts to look really sketchy. Could possibly find support back here in July's swing. Let's see, right? Be the golden retrace. This would be my last line of defense, really. You lose 11. You're looking for that 7.30, and then man, drop down below to 4. There may be a nice entry though at 7.30. Possibly an aggressive trader could look to enter at 11.76. Definitely a possibility or a play there. Warming up now. Warming up. I'm a seal. Misi Mills. What's up, man? Thanks for subscribing. Great to have you, fam. Good to have you. We're back, baby. HNT from TSO. Does matter. Pretty sure this HNT chart is from you. Let's see. Whoa. 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 People say TA doesn't work. I haven't looked at this in quite some time. Measured move, 60 bucks hit, pulled back, previous support. This chart looks good. On the daily, you broke through $30.50, back tested as support, moved to 44. Got a little bit of a rejection there, but with a small amount of energy to the upside, this chart is actually going to look very nice. Currently trading at the golden pocket, so it even makes sense that we're seeing some sellers. Gonna have a little resistance. Gonna have a little resistance. I mean, the fibs agree here, man. The fibs are all in agreement. Let's just call this what it is. If the bulls are able to take back the all-time high, 60 bucks, let's just say 60 is close enough. For HNT, $100 is the clear psychological Fibonacci extension target. Done. Period. This does seem to have some kind of greater trend. Like that. I wouldn't use it though. It's too sloppy. Too sloppies. RSI is not where we want it, but that's okay. It's got time. This is actually looking to be a decent close. A close today above 39.14 is not bad. You can see the 20 weekly moving average curling up, while the 50 starts to curl down. A close above, actually as many closes above 39.14 as you can get is good, as that will drag the 20 up. The 50 will follow suit eventually, and we have a potential bullish kissing here with the 20 and 100. That's a decent setup. That's a decent setup. There. The kiss has already begun as the 20 is moving away from the 100 after threatening to cross below. Whereas we don't have some kind of support there, but it is what it is. Beautiful. HNT on the weekly, beautiful. Holy. What's happening? I think that this is a hard call. You're right at the golden pocket, so it's the most dangerous time to say you think it'll retest the highs. I think it is looking to move back to at least a full touch of 44. But market cipher looks fire here. VWAP's just curling up. Momentum's just pinching. You don't have waning selling momentum on MACD yet, but something tells me if this closes a little higher, you will this week. You have bullish divergence on your lows for RSI. I like this chart, man. I don't own any HNT, just for transparency. But I wish you the best, man. This has potential. This has potential for a very V-shaped bottom, a very sharp, pointy bottom. It's hard to draw on the weekly. It's potential right there. I like it. It's set resistance. This chart has moved very just smoothly. Resistance, consolidation, broke resistance, back tested as support, moved to the measured move, back tested previous resistance as support. I think the logical place to be looking is at $100. I don't know if that's going to be soon or later or what, but that's, in my opinion, I think that she's going to look to test 100 before 16. A 5-to-1 risk to reward. Not a bad spot trade. We'll see how that plays out. Thank you. It does matter. I appreciate you, man. Check back in on Bitcoin where nothing has happened. This is why I don't go live sometimes, because Bitcoin just freezes in its tracks. Every time. I will say this is good though. On the 5-minute here, we were seeing weakness. We saw a rejection from our local trend line here. But what I was saying earlier, if you're just tuning in, is we didn't get any follow through. We didn't get the rejection from that trend line that we would expect. And to see this hanging out here, not really making lower lows or higher highs, I think she's going to want to push back above that trend line. We'll find out soon enough. But the fact that there wasn't instant sellers back to 50,000 here is a good sign. That's a good sign. What it really looks like to me is back testing. consolidated here in this range. You stopped low, hunted longs, consolidated in this range, moved high, stopped shorts, moved back, consolidated in this range. So now you're testing that area of consolidation. I think you're going to see a move to the upside. Maybe not into today's close, unfortunately, which we were really hoping for, but I was. But it's still possible. Let's take a peek at ETH. What's up, NS Rob? Welcome, brother. Thanks for subscribing. Ethereum also highlighted in the video released recently. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, check that out after the episode. Finish watching this one. 313 likes, nice. Let's take a peek at Ethereum. Honestly, that video I just linked is going to probably say everything that I could possibly say right now. The only thing I can really update on is the weekly close in Ethereum. Didn't get a bullish engulfing, though it did trade above intra-week. Saw sellers. This is just going to follow Bitcoin at this point. I think for this week, you have a very neutral candle right now after not getting the fantastic close you wanted. But the weekly, very much respecting just under 40,000. And so a test of that level in this week wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't be bad. You really would prefer to hold, prefer it to be a wick. Actually, that would be perfect. If you got a wick and then you close a hammer candle, maybe at 42.9, that'd be very. Market cipher looking pretty on the weekly. RSI very funky. You got a funky RSI. You don't have that same bullish divergence, which is unfortunate because that'd be a great signal to see here on ETH. We don't have waning selling momentum yet either. Not ideal. But the 20 weekly being respected, it seems, unless that isn't the 20 weekly, it is. Really nothing to worry about on any chart as long as it's above the 20 weekly moving average. Really very little to worry about. The trend is up 38.7. Yeah, watch that video for more in-depth on ETH. There's not going to be much to update here. Daily looks better than Bitcoin's, though. Interesting. Uh-oh, we can do some soothsaying here, can't we? December 29th. We have weakness. We have weakness in the cloud. And we have a very magnetic point in price, 4222. All right, that's right below our 4290. That's within a margin of error. December 29th, 30th, 31st, and into the new year for the first few days, we are seeing a weakness in our cloud. This suggests that resistance may be exhausted at that date and time at that price. Pretty interesting stuff. Doesn't always work out, but it has a pretty good hit rate. What I will say is, even if Ethereum wants to go lower, it wants to come down to 3430, I fully believe it will test 4200 first. That could happen. I think what's more likely is it will move up, back test 4200 as support, and move back to that 46.3 to paint the cup and handle for its final destination in this bull run. Depending on how high Bitcoin goes, I could see Ethereum trading easily to about 8,000. Like even if Bitcoin just craps the bed the rest of the bull run. But I can see Ethereum trading much higher. I can see it trading into the 10s, 10, 20. And this is bull run peak. Not guaranteed, but I think that that's pretty reasonable. Ethereum has had some impressive growth, but this is crypto, and impressive growth isn't always what it seems. All right. Bitcoin's back to chilling, so should we. Let me pull up the chat and actually. Johnny B, can we all boycott Costa? Go for it, man. Go for it. Sean Werner, what's up, bro? You don't own it? I don't either. I'm cool. Man of Sand Luna. You're going to dominate 2022. Interesting. Luna's done some dominating sand, actually. I'm just going to pull this up because we did a video on sand, and you'll never believe. Never believe it. Ta-da. Sniped. Sniped. $4.41 on sand. Sniped. $7.70 to $8. Sniped. We sniped the top. The local top. Not the top top. Sniped the local top. Sniped the retracement. Now let's see her move back to the all-time high. See some bullish action here. Got bearish divergence on your highs for the 4 hour. I thought this was the daily. Actually, daily looks pretty good. Daily looks very good on sand. Glad I looked at it. $6.31. You got a local daily support sitting there. Might see something like this. There it is. Yeah, you break 7 or 8. You break the all-time highs like 850. Yeah, be looking for 13s, probably like 15. Nice psychological level right in between all of our extensions, just to screw everybody over. Crypto does love that. I do like the money flow on sand here. However, VWAP is looking threatening, and so is momentum. So don't have to pull it down. It is more important that money flow is still trending up and holding its lows, but this is not giving me the most confidence on the daily time period. Let's look at the weekly. See some cooling off here. Buying momentum is waning, but it is still buying. Buying momentum. Buying pressure is still stronger than selling pressure at the moment, but that is slowly changing. We just got an alert on Bitcoin. 50,800. So we're gonna, guess we're gonna go to the 50,000, 89? Maybe not. Maybe we'll just get a little wick here. This is what we were hoping we really didn't see. Boom. Let's actually double check that. This is all I can see. Lines up with everything else we've seen in this entire bull run. Whip-de-dee. Whip-de-dee. Another broadening. God, stupid broadening patterns. I hate them. So I'll play out here with a broadening bottom. We're seeing it play out now potentially on an even bigger time frame, though our lows aren't coming down. That might be the really super bearish argument people have. I don't know why you'd bet against Bitcoin at this point, but hey, everyone does stuff differently. This daily does leave something to be desired, doesn't it? Very much. Closing here really doesn't do anything. We haven't tested support. We've set a slightly higher high. Looks like a broadening pattern on the daily. You have local support. It's 50,400 to 50,000. That's a 1% difference. It's really not even worth out. There we go. The daily candle is now red. Bum, bum, bum. With an hour and 13 minutes to go. It's getting spicy. Getting spicy. Let's take a fib retracement here. Have we golden pocketed? No. At the 0.5, fair enough. 50.5. Poop. Should be some kind of support.
YFI please and thank you folded hands.
What's up, CY, my man? How you doing? Give me a second here. I don't really think Bitcoin's actually dropping, but let's take a peek at it. Hourly. You know, we said it in the beginning. The while we're live, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, these things aren't looking very strong. So we're likely to see red while we stream, but luckily the bigger time frames are still looking decent. The hour has now set itself up for bullish divergence. If it can remain above 50,500. All right, all roads point to the stupid 55.5. We don't commonly get that 0.5 bounce, but a 0.5 retracement bounce here would be ideal. Our RSI on the hour is already dragged down lower than December 27th at 50,500. It's currently trading at 50,700. And so, if it can reverse here into the daily close, we have a higher low and a lower low on RSI, and that's bullish divergence, which we like to see. Likely suggests we're going to come back up to that 51.8 range. I placed that box and price got scared. Whales watch, man. They watch this channel. Try to steal our traits. It's okay, whales, you can. I'm not convinced. Let's look at me. 45 minutes looking better than it did when we started. 90 minutes still ugly. There we go. It's funny. You place a box and all of a sudden, price just changes its tune. I'll take it. I'll take a peek at YFI. YFI is doing stuff. It has been on my radar lately. For Mr. CY. Womp, man. This thing stopped everything out. Daily has some promise. You have a higher low here on your money flow. VWAP is rolling over. That would suggest that the daily is leaning to the upside. We saw that already, though, with this rally. RSI is definitely going to have some issues. Actually, maybe it doesn't. Didn't set a new high. Interesting. This is odd. I actually didn't think that this looked like this. Alright, so longs got stopped. Longs got stopped. Wi-Fi has a really low bar. It just has to close above like 32 this week. It seems possible. Then you have a 3 candle setup on the weekly. Momentum. Will it finally roll over on the weekly? Hope so. Sorry for not looking too spiffy on. Finding resistance at the 20 weekly. That's no good, Wi-Fi. It's no good. You don't want to find resistance there, buddy. Yeah, that's just your major area now with these monthly closes. What a whip. What a whip, man. This monthly candle traded extremely low. 17.7, and now it's back to green. What a journey. What a whip. On the daily, looks like you're struggling with the 200, but you are above 50, and the 50 and the 20 are going to look to cross bullishly. It seems at around 30K. That might be the entry. Might be the entry. That's the trade. That's the trade. Dig it. Struggling with those clouds. Yeah. Yep, this is interesting. Not many coins did this. Not many coins reached new lows versus May. Interesting. Not really great either. This really has to. It really has to get some fire underneath it. I'm just not convinced yet that this is looking to move to the upside quite yet. But you're around 48, I'd take that. Nothing. Nothing. Well, best of luck. I don't like this chart personally. Yes, we do technically have a higher low versus way back here in 2020, but not many coins have done this. If not many have broken their maze low. But what is nice is what I may say looks ugly to someone else may just be a value buy. It got very cheap. In fact, it got so cheap that it's already back up 70%. So maybe I'm just wrong there. If I was going to play this at all, I would definitely wait. Definitely wait. See if you get a nice solid bounce off that 29 area. If you don't, you got 22.6 again. I have one more thing I want to see before I move on. Pocket. Pretty close to that 23. Interesting. I don't have much else to say about it. This definitely caught my eye over the last few days. I saw Wi-Fi lighting up green this month. It's not confident until it hits 29 again. And I'm gonna have to. $60K alert there. Cool. Cuckoo. Bitcoin being born. 5-minute bounced. Shiba. Shiba. What's up, old K? How you doing, bro? What a classic outfit. Thank you, Pishta. I got this for Christmas. It makes me feel like I look very rich. What a facade, bro. I love this thing. It looks real weird. Dig it. Thank you, Pishta. Good to see you, brother. Good to have you back. Lots of old faces. If it's got a dog on it, don't buy it. Greg Zill spitting out knowledge, man. Lance Link Secret Chip. Streambot is a bot. It's not a person. And the reason that I have its message set to say that is because if you sign up for Patreon right now, the way Patreon works, and there's no way I can get around this, is it will bill you today, and then it will bill you on the 1st. So that's why I say wait till the 1st. I don't want you guys to get screwed. I mean, I know, it's weird, right? A YouTuber who doesn't want to screw his audience? So strange. Yeah, that's why. Thank you for allowing me to really easily shill my Patreon. Check it out. Exclusive trade setups, technical analysis, private chat, one-on-one crypto mentoring available, all kinds of goodies there. So sign up January 1st. Start the year right with a yearly member. What's up, John Malia? How you doing, man? Thomas Miller, you have a handsome name, my friend. You hope EGLD makes big moves in 2022? Bro, we made huge moves in 2021. Huge moves. It hit our targets that, like, Josh Durham is still, like, freaking out over. He's probably still spinning. Crypto Slow Joe, my man, good to see you. See ya. You guys are talking about Costa. Costa is Carl's project. Not gonna really give any, really gonna say anything. I don't know anything about the project, that's why I'm not gonna say anything. But of course he's shilling it. It's his project. Why wouldn't he? If you want a quick summary of what is going on in the charts, check out the video. Thoughts on Spell. Spell's getting listed on Binance, so that'd be weird. What's up, Flash Jab? How you doing, man? Chris Tyrell, I don't know if you're still here. The beautiful Sylv. T-Friend, thoughts on Nexo? Not many. Santa Rally. Jonathan Trentwell, if TA didn't work, then quant funds and the HFT wouldn't exist. True? Well, you can still trade mathematically. You don't necessarily. I mean, it depends on what you view. I usually say that kind of mocking people who don't believe in TA. plus about reality. Bitcoin. I thought you were going to be spicy for me, but I know what you're going to do. You're going to wait until I end the stream. Then you're going to get spicy, as you usually do. Usually do. We won't let them win. Maybe we will, I don't know. What do you guys think? I really didn't have much to say today, even though I'm sure I've spoken for like an hour plus 2 hours. Didn't have much to say, but I wanted to go live because I missed streaming. I missed you guys. I want you to think I abandoned you. 80 minutes, nice, with 344 likes. Thomas Miller, like I said, I'm not going to comment, but I have commented on many projects with the same concern. I'm skeptical of all marketing in crypto. Bitcoin, $0 spend marketing budget. Oh, John. You're fully out hoping for a gem to YOLO. YOLO in yourself, man. There's your gem. True gem was inside all along. Crypto McCrypto with the redundantly amazing name. I love it, dude. Great advice. If you're asking someone what to buy or what to sell, you're not ready to trade. Everyone, in my opinion, should start as an investor and then move into trading once they understand the space, once they understand the dangers, the scams, the usual suspects, the players, etc. Build your portfolio first, and then you can go ahead and wreck yourself. Please don't. Don't. Easiest way to do that, trade spot, don't trade leverage. If you're going to trade leverage, use my affiliate links, though. If you're going to do it, at least send some of that money my way as opposed to the exchange. Links in the video description below. Check them out. Pulse chain is going to be huge, says John. John, when do we get Pulse? When do I get Pulse? Where is it? Someone get Richard Hex on the line. Richard Hart. Get him on the line. Denise P. How you doing, Denise? All right, the giant. A fellow giant. Well, I don't know why I said fellow. I'm not a giant. There we go. Bitcoin going right back up. Okay. Boring. Boring. Let's golden pop. She's waiting for me. Crypto, Bitcoin, literally waiting for me. What I'm going to do for sure, and I already did it, is in the Discord, I put today's chart up in the Discord. That way I won't forget either way. And that way you can follow along after the stream, whenever the heck we end it. If it doesn't get spicy here, probably sooner rather than later. I wonder if we're live on TradingView. We're supposed to be. I have no idea if it worked. C'est la vie. I think we're live on Twitch. Shout out to Twitch, everybody. I'm trying to get the multi-stream working better. It's been doing pretty good, it seems. How do I even see if I'm live on Trade? I don't even know. I talked to TradingView, talked to their dudes, asked them a bunch of questions. And of course, why didn't this go live? Stream offline. That's so annoying. I'm going to yell at my... It's like I'm sending them a message bitching about it not working. I don't know why it didn't work though. Like what did I need to do to like make this work? Get it. It just says stream offline. Oh well. Someday we will be live on TradingView. That day is not today. It's not. What's up, NRR? How you doing, man? Check yourself before you rip. So, those sunglasses are fire, Kaizum. Thank you, my friend. Your name is Fire. Gang gang. Never seen a Richard Hart interview end well. General Spaz. I'm in a bunch of YouTube creator groups, and we're talking about Richard Hart, and I was like, I don't know if I can have him live, man. Like, I don't know if he seems like the kind of guy that, like, if you're gonna interview him, you gotta kind of go with his flow. And on my channel, man, I don't go really with people's flows. I just say whatever comes to my brain.
Take a look at Dusk for
That'll
me.
go well. Ulysses, my man. It's been a while, dude. It's good to see these old faces returning. I will look at Dusk for you, but I'm going to then warn everyone else I'm pretty good on the random charts. So please do not send me money. I mean, you can send me money, just don't expect anything. Giggity. I thought I had a Dusk chart. I think TradingView is deleting him. Dilawar Azar, you're great, my friend. You're great. I'm going to disable my alerts because I gave the fair warning. Full view on Crackalon. Crackalon. I thought that Dusk has been around for a long time. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Nope. Yeah, it looks like this is all we got. I like what I see so far. I have a feeling there's more trading history somewhere. Just have to deal with it. Look at that beautiful. Look at that beautiful monthly entry right there. May, June, July. All the greatest entries. Dusk is looking to close. The highest monthly candle it's ever closed. 4 days to go. It's trading at 83 cents. You have support below you at 61. See where our measured move sits at $1.33. We haven't quite gotten there yet. Of course, there's always the psychological dollar in the way as well. Those would be my immediate price or profit-taking targets. $1.33. I like this pattern though. And if you want to get silly with it, you can take the total, the macro, and you can say, hey man, $8 isn't crazy and $41 isn't impossible, but I wouldn't bet on it. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it. But $8 not impossible. 10x. At this monthly close, we'll see. You have your nice little flat top with your ascending lows, and we usually look for a break to the upside on that. Let's see how this looks on different time frames before we get too excited. I dig it. Bullish engulfed 3 weeks ago. Tested your resistance as support. Broke through your all-time high. Closed above your all-time high. And now you're in price discovery, aren't you? All right. All right, Dusk. This is a good coin, man. Good eye, Ulysses. Money flow is looking pretty healthy. If you can just pull up a little bit more, it's going to be looking excellent on the weekly. Excellent. 20 weekly. Bullish engulfing off the 20 weekly. That is what dreams are made of. Ooh. You don't say. You don't say. Man, a dollar looks... dollar looks like it's very close. Very close. I'm looking for $1. Looking for $1. It's built good. Built a nice solid resistance. Stopped out longs. Broke it. Back tested it. Moved up. Price discovery. As of what? Today? As of the last few hours even. Right on. Literally the last hour. Literally the last hour. Hey, might look for 75 cent. May look for 75 cents there. Pocket retrace. Got your 20 moving up to there. That is, even if it even breaks 80, who knows? This could easily just move to that $1. I'm looking for $1. There you go, Ulysses. Looking for $1. I would not market order into this personally. I would at least wait for 75-ish, 76 cents. That'd be a smarter place to look to go long. A nice 25% gain to $1. Almost a 100% gain to $1.33. Upside target. Schweint. Schweint, schweint. Good chart, man. Good chart. I haven't looked at that one. I'm gonna have to delete some other random alert here. I saw a bunch of galas. This one. It already traded to 94. Son of a B. That dollar isn't so remarkable now. Oh well, $1.33 is still be cool. See how it goes. All right. All right. We got 53 minutes until the weekly close. Not weekly, daily close. Bitcoin, it looks to be recovering a little bit. That 5-minute, 15-minute weakness likely played out here with this lower low and its golden pocket retrace back to the 618. Pretty much perfectly at 50,700. It did not invalidate our hourly bullish divergence at this moment. We did not see our low break here, but we did see. Did that change? Changed. That's weird. We did have a lower RSI low, huh? Can't see that. I don't know why that's different. I guess because the candle closed higher, maybe. You know, this actually starts to paint what looks like an inverse head and shoulder. I'm sticking with it. Either way, I threw the chart up from today's live stream in the Discord. Jump in there. It's free. Just verify when you get in. Do it quick so you can get the airdrop, which should be happening in just a few minutes here because we're wrapping it up. I love you guys. Thanks for joining us. It was a great stream. We'll be back again. If Bitcoin starts moving for real in the way I think it will, we should be seeing quite a bit of each other in the next few days. So happy trades, fam. Happy trades, fam.